For college tuition hikes. And it's turned pretty ugly, too. What started out as peaceful has now gotten a bit violent. And it's just outside the headquarters of Britain's governing Conservative Party there in London. We're told possibly 40,000 students now have been demonstrating. But it took a turn when they actually broke into the building and started to set off flares, also setting off fires outside of the building. Let's get the latest now. Atika Schubert on the phone with us from London. Atika, are you near the protest, heading that way? I know you've been covering them since they began.
Yeah, I'm actually right outside. I've just stepped away from the front of the Conservative Party headquarters, but there's still hundreds of students that have basically taken over the plaza in front of the party headquarters. They've lit a big bonfire, and they're trying to smash through the windows. They have already smashed through several of them, and some students are inside negotiating, obviously trying to deliver a message to the Conservative Party. But this started out very peacefully. I mean, there was about 40,000 students, that's the estimate, and it was all very festive and peaceful, and then this one group smashed through the windows of the party headquarters, and pretty much it's become a flashpoint, and now all the students have sort of surged into that area. What's remarkable is that there's a very, very minimal security presence. When they first got into the party headquarters, there were almost no police at all. I was actually inside when they smashed through, and there was just one security guard with a walkie-talkie there. There do seem to be more police now, but they're going to have great difficulty trying to get this area under control with so many students that have basically taken over this area.
So, Atika, how much is the tuition going up?
Well, this is the thing. They're angry because the tuition is basically going to be tripling. Right now, they pay about $5,000 a year for the tuition, and the government has lifted that cap, so now universities can charge up to $15,000. That's an incredible rise for a lot of people. It means they'll have to go very deep into debt here to get a university education. And that doesn't compare to the American system, where some private universities can charge as much as $20,000 or $30,000. But here, it's a big shock to the system to see such a rise in tuition fares. And on top of that, the university budgets are being slashed by 40%. So there is a lot of anger from students here.
So is it private and public, or just the public universities that are raising rates?
Pretty much public. What happens here is that there was a cap basically on tuition for schools here. So schools could only charge a certain amount, and that was up to $5,000. And then whatever else was needed by the universities was often topped up by government funds. However, as a result of the recession, the government is saying they just can't afford this anymore, and they can't be giving out this kind of public funding for universities. That's why they say these kind of cuts and tuition hikes are necessary and inevitable. But students here say it's all happening too fast, too soon. Tripling the tuition fees, they say, are just simply going to put students into debt.
Wow. And so are these students from all various universities? Have you had a chance to mingle in the crowd and talk with them? And what are they telling you? Are they going to have to drop out? Are they concerned about not getting a degree, not getting a job? What are they voicing?
Yeah, students here are very concerned. What they're concerned is that their family is going to have to shoulder this financial burden to put them through university, something they say that some families, a lot of working class families simply can't afford. So the students that are in now, they say they're okay. What they're worried about is in the years to come, especially those recent maybe high school graduates that are looking towards university, that they may not be able to afford the kind of education that they could have gotten. So what the students here are telling me is that what they fear is this sort of stratified system where only the rich are really able to afford an education, that the poorer people, the working classes, aren't going to be able to afford it, or only going to be able to afford it if they go deep into debt and aren't able to pay back those fees that they borrowed for.